So this is drawing A3. And with our A drawings, we follow these steps. So first, I'll label my front, side, and top. So in my front view, I have two separate sections. I have that face and that face. In my side view, I actually only have one. So this dotted line, okay, that actually won't come into play. And I'll show you why when we get to it. So that's just all one face in my side view. And in my top view, I have two separate sections. I have 1, 2. Okay, step 1, done. Step 2, write down the measurements. So the highest height. So the left side is much shorter than my right side. So my right side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our, remember, 1/4-inch boxes. So the height is 5/4, which is the same as 1 1/4. Okay. The width, I can see that my top isn't as wide as my bottom. So the bottom is 1, 2, 3, 4 of our 1/4-inch boxes wide, and 4/4 simplifies down to just 1. And lastly, my length. So looking here in my side view, I see the top is much shorter than the bottom. So the bottom is much longer. So I can see the bottom is 1, 2, 3 of our 1/4-inch boxes. So that would just be 3/4. Okay, step 2, done. Now draw the boundary box. So I'm just going to draw a rectangular box with these dimensions. Okay. So my height, 5/4. So I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a little dot. So I'll connect those two together. Okay. And a width of 4. So remember, width goes this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And from this corner, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I'm going to connect those points together. And remember, always with a ruler. Okay. And the length is 3 of our little boxes, 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Because remember, length goes this way. From this corner, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now to find this last corner back here, I could either do a length of 3, 1, 2, 3, or a width of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, end up at the same point. And connect those corners together. Okay, so we have our boundary box. Step 3, done. So start drawing the simplest view. Which view has the fewest separate sections? So this, my side view, only has 1. Okay. So we're still ignoring that dotted line for the time being. So I need to draw this over here. So I can see that the front edge here is only 1/4 high. So this is my front edge in my side view. It's only 1/4 high. Okay, so that would be that corner. I can see now there is a length of 2 right here. So 1, 2. That would be that inner corner. And then there is a height of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go straight up, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I get that corner. So I can see my L shape coming out. So I'm going to connect my dots that I just made. Okay. And that right there is my side view. So that means that these two lines I don't need. Okay. Now I can move on to my front or top view. So I'll do my front view. Okay. So I see I have two separate sections. I need to know which one is at the edge of my boundary box. So I need to know which one's sticking out further. So I'll look at my side view. I can see that the bottom sticks out towards the front much more than the top does. So since the bottom is sticking out more, that edge corresponds to that face. So we know it's going to be that face that's sticking all the way out. So I can see that face is only 1/4 tall. That edge is drawn for us right here. I can see it's 4/4 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the full width. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just need to connect them together. And that is my front view, or at least that section of my front view. Now, before I do this part, okay, first I'm going to erase the lines that I don't need for my boundary box. Because remember, we know that this face is pushed back from the edge of the boundary box. So looking at my top view, I need to know which one of these is sticking out higher up than the other. So I can see that my left side is much taller than my right side. So that tells me that this is going to be higher up because this is on the left side of the object. So remember, this edge right here corresponds to this face. Okay. And this edge right here in the side corresponds to the top edge in my side view. So that edge is already drawn for us. I can see that there is a width of 3. So from this corner, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. And from this corner, 1, 2, 3. I know my top view is going to be right in there. So I'm going to connect my points. Okay. And erase these 2 lines that I don't need. Alright, so we're obviously not done. We still have this face in our front and that face in our top view. So, if we take a look at this face in our front view, okay, this edge right here, okay, the right side edge corresponds to that edge. Okay, so this edge corresponds to this face because they're lined up. Okay, so this edge we already have drawn. So that means we already have this edge of this face drawn. Okay, we can see that it's a 3/4 wide. So from here, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. Okay. And it's 4/4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. So connect those together. And that right there is my other front face. Okay, now my top face. Okay, this right edge is drawn for us right here. The front edge is drawn for us right here. I need this left edge right here. So I can see this left edge is 3/4 long. So from here, I'm going to count 3/4 long. So 1, 2, 3. And if I connect those 2 dots, you might be wondering, well, how do I draw that section right there? And their answer is that you actually don't, because it's going to be hidden behind this part that's sticking up. Okay, and now I can talk about that dotted line down there. So this dotted line, what that means is that even though this is one solid section, okay, the thicknesses are different. So down here on the bottom, I can see it's 4/4 thick. This here on top, it's only 3/4 thick. So dotted lines are used wherever there is a change of thickness or if there is a hole going through an object to show where that's located. And that's it for A3.